Hi, this is Kim Schaefer, and this is Reading Log 9 for the Newbery Award. The book I chose was called Julie of the Wolves. It's written by Jean Craighead George and illustrated by John Schoenherr. It was it was published in 1972, and it's appropriate for ages about 10 to 12, and it won the Newbery Medal in 1973. So this book is basically about a girl, Julie, also known as Miax, which is her Eskimo name. She is in a situation where she's pretty much being forced to marry a man after her father left her. And she doesn't want to do that. So she runs off into the Alaskan wilderness. While she's out there and she's fighting for survival, she makes friends with a wolf pack. It takes her a while to kind of learn their language and how to communicate with them, but they're the only thing that helps her ending up surviving. So the book is a lot of her trying to balance her English life and her Eskimo life. When she was growing up with her dad, she learned about survival techniques, which has helped her when she was lost there in the tundra. But she also, when her dad left, she got an English education. Went to a school regularly, and then again was kind of being forced into this marriage that turned out that it could maybe not be the best situation for her. In the end, she has to make a decision. She tracks down her dad, has to make a decision. Does she want to stay in the modern world, or does she want to stay with the traditional Eskimo world? And at first, she decides that no, she wants to turn her back on the modern world. She doesn't want to be a part of it, and she ends up changing her mind again and going back and being in the modern world and leaving her wolf pack behind. So one way that kids can learn from this book is a lot about like survival and just, any situation that might occur, you can survive. So kind of just like that will to live, which is kind of a heavy subject for kids, which is why it's better for a little bit older. Also teaches a lot about how important language and communication is. It's something that's very, very central in this book, and how powerful language can be and how we communicate with each other. And it's really important that you also like choose your own destiny. That's another big thing that you can learn from IX. You don't have to do what people are expect you to do. If that's not the right thing for you, you can go out and find what is right. One of the ways I can connect this book is my ex has a really strong relationship with her father. He raised her. Again, he taught her all these survival techniques. I also lost my mother at a young age. And basically, my dad raised me. He was a mechanic. He was really into cars. I got into a situation once where I popped a tire and I needed to change the tire, and it wasn't quite as dire as, being lost in the tundra, but my dad had taught me the skills to change that tire. So I was able to, even though I was out on a country road by myself, I was able to get it changed and get back home. The way I would have kids, an activity for this book is have them go to the library / onto the internet, find something more out about Eskimo culture. Look up Arctic wolves or seals, or survival even. Find out more about, like I said, the tundra, the Eskimo culture, and then use that information gathered to make a presentation for the class. I do want to show you a couple illustrations that are in this book. The illustrator uses this cross-hatching technique, so it's kind of unique. On this page, you can see this is when my ex has to basically scare off one of the more aggressive wolves. But yeah, you can see it's a lot of line work, and that's how you get that cross-hatching technique. And then here's another example. This is my ex when one of the wolves actually gets hurt, and she's helping nurse it back to health. As you can see, she's part of the pack now. We got the other wolves with her, but again, you can really see that cross-hatching technique that's really, really unique. But that was my presentation, and thank you.